Welcome to ChannelX TV and our latest leaders interview with Christina Fontana, Senior Director of Brand Operations for Europe, Middle East and Africa at SHEIN. So welcome, Christina. How are you this morning?
A little bit warm, but absolutely good, and very happy to be here and share a little bit of an update about our SHEIN Marketplace.
Yeah, and thanks so much for setting this aside. Now, I have to say, just about everyone is aware of SHEIN in the UK, but perhaps not so much about the SHEIN Marketplace because it only launched in the UK in 2024. So can you tell us a bit about the launch and how the offering has evolved since then and what's involved with the SHEIN Marketplace?
Absolutely. So yes, everybody just about knows SHEIN and loves it. We have over 150 million consumers in Europe that use our platform monthly. So it's very, very popular. And what we focus on at SHEIN is making fashion lifestyle affordable to everybody. And this is how we develop this huge customer base. And one of the ways that we do this is by trying always to give our customers what they would like to see on our platform. And we see that the customers were coming into the app and they were looking for all kinds of branded products, local products. So products that they know and love in their local markets, and they wanted to be able to purchase on the SHEIN app. So yes, in 2024, we soft launched the SHEIN Marketplace. And the objective is to allow local brands and retailers to sell directly through the SHEIN platform to our customers around the world. So UK customers can buy directly the brands and retail products that they know from their local retailers. So for us, it's really a very positive development because number one, it allows us to better respond to our customers' desires. And number two, it can really help local brands and retailers because, as you know, the digital marketplace, the digital space is always more crowded. So finding a window, let's call it, inside SHEIN that puts you directly in front of the customers that are looking for your product, that are online to go shopping, is really an excellent opportunity for local brands and retailers.
So I've instantly got so many questions. You've got millions of users across Europe and especially in the UK. And my first question is, what kind of consumers are these? Who's shopping on SHEIN? But perhaps more importantly, I also want to know what sort of sellers does SHEIN have on the marketplace already? Where's the opportunity? And I think for a lot of sellers, they'll still be thinking, SHEIN, that's a fashion marketplace. I don't sell fashion. It's no interest to me. But SHEIN is so much more than just fashion nowadays. So who's the customer? I don't know if it's split by age or what demographics it's split by. What are you selling on the marketplace? And what's the opportunity for sellers? And what can you sell on the SHEIN Marketplace?
So I think it does all start from our customers. So that's a super good question, something that's really important for us to highlight. So SHEIN has our own branded platform. We've been selling for 13 years. So we like to say that our customers are mostly women. So as opposed to many other marketplaces, we definitely are more focused on women use our platform much more than men. And our key market is 18 to 34. Why do we say 18 to 34? Because young women usually start buying around that age with their own money.
Well, if they've been on the marketplace since they were 18, for 13 years, they would be in their 30s.
Exactly. So that goes to show, first of all, that our customers stay with us. They're loyal. They're repeat customers throughout the year. They come back. And what are they looking for? So you asked, is it fashion? It's really, I would say now, fashion and lifestyle. So oftentimes people come to the platform because they're looking, they want to see what's new. They want to see the latest fashion, the latest trends. But this now also has accompanied their lifestyle. As I said, they've grown up with us. And so this means that many of these young women, maybe they've had their first apartment. Maybe they've had their first child. All of these kind of lifestyle changes, which means that they are also looking at other categories. So I would say everybody knows us for fashion. Fashion really is about kind of how do I express myself? How do I show myself to the world? So the first category that goes with that is everything that's related to beauty. beauty and personal care, beauty and healthcare. These are all the same kind of categories where I am deciding how I want to look when I go out into the world. And with that, then we also see a lot of lifestyle, just things like, how am I going to decorate my house? What kind of products am I going to use at home? I like to use this example. What's our most recent holiday? I'm American, so I hope, I hope I don't get in trouble.
Independence Day.
Exactly. We just had the 4th.
Big in the UK this year because it was 250 years ago. So we kind of had a little bit of celebration with the king getting involved in things as well.
Fantastic. So 4th of July, I might come on to SHEIN because I'm looking for an outfit for the 4th of July. And then I say, okay, I'm having people over to my house. I want a special tablecloth because I'm going to have people over. I want red, white, and blue plates. I want different things. So all of these things kind of bring it together in really a lifestyle offering. So when you look at how does this reflect on the kind of sellers and retailers or brands that are popular on SHEIN, it's everything that falls into what our customers are looking for. If you want to sell car batteries on SHEIN, you could, but I don't think that would be very popular with our customers. So really the focus is on understanding who our customers are. And it often will happen that sellers maybe that are active on multiple marketplaces, they'll find that the products that do very well on SHEIN may be slightly different than the best-selling products on Amazon or other platforms. So really the focus is understanding your key target segment, or understanding which of your products you want to introduce to the customers that we have on our platform. So I think there's really kind of two ways that brands and retailers can use this. First of all, it's really introducing their products to that young female segment, right? So being sure that they're in front of where their shoppers are looking for products every day. And this helps build up brand awareness. It helps people know what brands, and then selecting the products that are going to fit in to the products that our customers are looking for. And we provide a lot of insights, actually. I think this is something that's very important. So within our platform, the sellers or retailers that are on the platform, they can have access to all the insights of what our customers are looking for, what kind of products they're most interested in the moment, what is trending, sometimes what are the trending words, what's the trending, I don't know. It's also festival season, right? There are all kinds of music festivals and things like that in the summer. So this will be a trending term, and we can help sellers understand what things our customers are looking for now.
So in previous years, I know festivals have been Wellington boot season for fancy Wellington boots, but I don't think that'll be the case this year because it's just been so dry weather.
And so warm. We don't need a sweatshirt this year to go to the festivals. No, we don't.
Keep cool. I'm imagining hats and fans and parasols would go down well.
Very light, flowy summer dresses so that we can keep cool. So so this is the kind of insights that we share or that our retailers can use to the platform to understand the best way to connect with our customers.
So this is really interesting, and I think that the demographic of the young woman looking for firstly fashion, then beauty, then her own apartment, and then a wider lifestyle festivals, it leads obviously into the home and garden categories.
Absolutely.
And the going out, whether it be weddings or other celebrations or holiday periods. But can you talk a bit about how retailers can benefit from selling on SHEIN Marketplace? What do they need to know? And how can they best present their products to this audience?
So I think there's a few things. So we're on a specialist marketplace arena. So people here should really already be doing e-commerce. So they understand how they can present their products. But the most important part is having excellent product descriptions, having excellent pictures. Of course, this is going to be true across multiple categories. But again, going back to the kind of insights and help that we give the retailers or the sellers, we have special tools like A/B testing to understand which pictures are performing better for our products and things like that. So there's quite a few tools that can help people, but it's pretty straightforward. The important thing, as I mentioned before, is to have a strategy about what we're doing. It's not a marketplace where, in many cases, when we have so many segments, people will just say, well, I'll just list every single product I have and something will sell, right? It's much more important to be focused on satisfying the consumers that we have so that you can be generating additional revenue. The business model is very straightforward. So it's purely commission-based, only on what sellers actually sell on the platform. So opening a store, having a monthly operation, all those things, there's no fee for that. So it's very easy to enter into the marketplace and start selling. But it does require, I always suggest that people do have an idea of why they're here. You want to capture a particular audience. You want to present your products really well. You want to reach our community so that you can build your brand awareness, build your sales, and develop your business. And something that's very different, I'm sorry, I'm rambling on, but something that's very different about Shein, I just mentioned the community. So when people buy things on Shein, it is very common that they share an image of what they've bought. Now, when that's fashion, they will actually wear what they've bought, and they share lots of pictures. And this is very, very helpful because the next person that comes says, oh, okay, look, this woman's very tall, or she's a little round like me, or she's very skinny like me, and I can see exactly how that product is used by the consumer. And this community is very, very strong and helps drive also the appreciation of the products that the sellers have put on the platform. So having, good pictures then also gets kind of, augmented by all of the feedback that the customers provide on the platform. So that's very helpful for our community.
Yeah, user-generated content is always king. But I do have kind of a little question on the side. For many of our users, you've mentioned they're hopefully already experts on other platforms. Now, most marketplaces, we deal with it from our computers, and often we're assuming that the consumer will be on a computer, but increasingly nowadays it's on mobile. And obviously Shein is an app. It's going to be on, maybe not a mobile, maybe it'll be a tablet, but it's going to be on a smaller device. And any insights into how you kind of you optimize and don't just drag your listings for another marketplace and drop them on Shein and assume it'll be okay? How do you optimize for a marketplace which is mobile app first?
So I think this is something that you've touched on that is very important, not only for Shein, but just for generally how people explore new products. So when I'm sitting on my computer, as we are now, I have, Google open or ChatGPT, whatever I'm using today.
Tons of room on my screen.
Exactly. Whatever I'm using to search. And it's very easy for me to switch from one website to the next website, from one retailer to the next retailer. And it's very easy. It's less stickiness. When you're in the app, first of all, it gives a better customer experience because being app-based, the pictures that we put online, they're already optimized. The seller doesn't need to worry about optimizing the pictures so they'll look good in the app. We already do that for them. So the pictures look fantastic because you're right. Almost all of our sales are coming from mobile. So everything within our app, everything within our platform is optimized already to make it look great in the app. But like I said, what's important then is people are very sticky. Once they see your product within Shein, they're not going to pop out of the app and go into another app, your brand app or your retailer app. That's much less common. So people tend to stay within the app. But we've taken the complexity of building something that's going to be visible on mobile phones because everything that we have developed is designed to make your products look great within the app. So that's not something, luckily, that sellers need to worry about. It's more about selecting the right products, making sure that we have a good offer for what our customers are looking for. And we've taken away the complexity of making it look good in the app, making checkout super easy for our customers, making the experience. And this is part of what customers love about shopping on Shein, even the reviews that I was just mentioning. It's super easy to do it. Of course, it's really easy for me to take a picture of what I'm wearing with my phone and upload it directly to the site because it's all right there within the app. So we take out a lot of that complexity, knowing that our customers are always in app. Not always, but just about always in app.
So I'm loving this because, as you can see, I appreciate fashion from the shirts that I tend to wear. But lifestyle as well. I love today because when I was a child, if you went to buy a kettle, it was probably a stainless steel kettle and that was it. But even for kettles nowadays, you can get them in blues, greens, reds, burgundies, even pink. And people are much more interested in really mundane products that they're buying today. But assuming I'm excited to sell on the SHEIN Marketplace, I've got my product uploaded, I've got my first sales. Let's talk about operational needs. What fulfillment options do sellers have when they sign up to the SHEIN Marketplace? And also, how do they manage their sales on the marketplace? I've got a sale. How do I know I've got a sale? Do I have to keep logging into the app, or can I use maybe third-party integrations, multi-channel management solutions? So fulfillment and management of orders.
So, of course, we have multiple integrators. I won't give you a list now because there are so many, but it goes from API integration to Shopify there's multiple integrators that allow you to, first of all, list the products, manage all of your orders, because, of course, it's not something that we can do one by one. You manage the orders through the integration. And our objective also, the way I just mentioned, that with having the products ready to be in app, we take care of that complexity. Also with the integration. So we try to allow the user to use whatever it is they're already using. So hopefully whoever your integrator is already integrated with us. If we find somebody new that you're using, we're happy to try and see if we can integrate that with them, because we want to make it as easy as possible for the seller. And that also plays over into the logistics. So for the logistics, a seller is free to choose whichever logistics solution works best for him. Oftentimes, for dealing with a marketplace, they require you to put your stock in a certain place. We don't do that. It's difficult for sellers because that requires them then to manage their inventory levels across multiple points, which can be quite challenging. We allow you to use your single logistics center, whatever your logistic hub is. We can have it integrated. We're integrated with Amazon multi-channel fulfillment. We're integrated with multiple providers for logistics, and you can use your own logistics provider. Of course, in the UK, Royal Mail is very popular, and that's integrated into the system, so we can track all of the parcels, and the seller or the consumer can see always, again, directly in app. Where's my parcel? When's it arriving? All these things are already integrated into the app. So really the idea is, of course, as much as we would like it to be plug and play, we always need to kind of play a little bit more than just plug. But we try and make it as easy as possible for the sellers to use their existing infrastructure to be able to add an additional channel to their sales and reach a new customer segment.
So that's really reassuring, because obviously launching in 2024, the marketplace is SHEIN Marketplace is only 2 years old. So it's good to know that all of the integrations I could possibly want are probably already there.
So this is one of the reasons why a lot of people say, oh, I didn't even know that SHEIN had a marketplace. Yeah. And I would say that probably for the first year, we were a little bit in a soft launch phase because we were trying to integrate as many of those integrators, logistic partners, anything that sellers would need to make it more easier for them to do business with us.
Now, I'm interested in the SHEIN audience that we can gain access to through the SHEIN Marketplace. And first question I've got is, we've talked about selling to the UK branded products that the UK audience wants, but there's a huge appetite for British products around the world. Can we sell to a global audience, or is it a UK only marketplace for UK sellers? So
we do offer marketplace in multiple countries. We don't offer it SHEIN is present in 160 countries. We do not have the SHEIN Marketplace in 160 countries. That in order to do the European market more comfortably, also for the people that are buying on the platform, they need to have the product in Europe and the European VAT, and then they can sell in all of the countries. And the same thing applies to the other countries where we do marketplace. We also have marketplace in the United States, in the Middle East, in Mexico. So when sellers are capable of dealing with those issues that are around tax declaration, all of these, customs situations, then they can sell in any of those countries. What I like to say is, let's focus first on the UK market if you're in the UK, yep. Europe if you're ready. Those are already two very big markets where especially in the last few years, maybe UK products have had a little more difficulty kind of going into the European market. Now with a single point of entry, if they have that capability, we can cover all of the markets. So that's a very good opportunity.
If you're already established on marketplaces, then it's a great platform to expand to. And I think if you're already established in the UK, then sell to the UK. And if you're already established and selling on other platforms in Europe, then you're probably already set up for this and not too worried about it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You're ready. You know what to do. So it's very easy then, like we said, to just add an additional channel.
Yeah, and especially, I hate to call out a competitor, but if you're already using Amazon FBA in Europe, then with multi-channel fulfillment, you're already set for selling on SHEIN Marketplace.
Yeah, it's already also integrated. When I was speaking about how we were a little bit quiet that first year, we were integrating all of these partners. So MCF is one of the ones that is already integrated into the platform.
Fantastic. Now, I've just got one last question, if I may, Christina.
Sure.
Probably the most important, which is a seller that's been watching this and is excited about the SHEIN Marketplace. How do they sign up to get started?
It's actually super easy. We have a website, and maybe we'll share it so we can actually write it somewhere.
We'll put the link in comments below.
Exactly. Sell on SHEIN. There's some more information. I mentioned the business model, but there's more information about the business model, and there's a beautiful button, join us, that they can click and give a little bit of just some very high level information, and we will connect them with the right person within our team to help them understand the best way to join the marketplace, understand together if they're ready, their integrations are working with us, all those things. So we have a team that also support them on their first steps onto the platform to make it as easy as possible.
Oh, Christina, I want to thank you so much for your time today. And to summarize, it's a marketplace with a large contingent of female shoppers between the age of 18 and 34, very interested in fashion and beauty, but also they're expanding their horizons into lifestyle. And I'd say personally, probably prettier lifestyle products. So if you've got products which are well designed in a range of colors, then SHEIN Marketplace is definitely the place for you. But anywhere that people are looking to beautify their home, their garden, their lifestyle, SHEIN Marketplace is the place to be. So Christina, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.